Across your world for information, breaking the myths, you will only find something that happened and that is happening. And yes, the facts, what may happen. Stay tuned for all these and more. Across your world for
Hi all. The topic for the day is documented information, clause 7.5 in the management system standards, ISO standards. Before we get into the video, thanks to all those who have subscribed to my channel and who have been watching my videos regularly. A quick request to others who haven't subscribed, please check out my videos, and if you like them, share and subscribe. So the trap here is most of the people think that all the management system standards are a system of documents. If we have the documents, we have the management system in place. It's actually the other way around. Any management system requires a documented management system, which is in practice, and certainly not a system of documentation. With the advent of the high-level structure, AnnexSL, and common terms for management system standards, the documentation has been more flexible than ever. It is often said that the organizations are at their liberty to develop any records that may be needed to demonstrate the conformity of their process, products, or services, and they can document whatever is required for maintain documents and retain documents. That's the new catch phrases in the recent AnnexSL of management system standards. So the requirement here is the documented information has to be to the extent necessary to give or provide confidence that the process are being carried out as planned. To demonstrate the monitoring and measurement of process, records of the evaluation, selection, monitoring of performance, and re-evaluation of external providers, and all these could be part of the documented management system. Whether I'll correct myself, management system documentation. Maintain documentation, for example, scope has to be documented as part of clause 4.3, and the management system process has to be documented as part of clause 4.4, and the quality policy has to be communicated as per clause 5.2, and quality objectives and planning to achieve them, objectives have to be maintained as a document, and the documented information has to be controlled. Having given the option of electronic or soft copy, paper format, magnetic format, it could be photograph, it could be an optical computer disk, or it could be a master sample. Whatever be your documentation, it has to be controlled in the right way. The latest version and revision should be available. We need maintain documents in the form of procedures for the operations clause 8. We need to retain documents. For example, you need to have the internal audit reports as part of retained document, and the management review output as part of retained documentation. The common documents required may be that of the organization chart to understand how the rank and file are classified, and the process maps and the process flow charts and the process descriptions, which gives a fair idea of the operations, the procedures, the work or test instructions, and any specifications either from the customers or from the legal bodies, statutory or regulatory authorities are to be considered, and any document that support the internal communications and the external communication. It could be even emails. Flexibility is there now. The production schedules and the delivery as required by different standards, the approved supplier list, or the communication with the supplier or the external providers, the management of change, that test plans and the strategic plans overall for the organization, and if they are integrated with the management system standard and other forms that uh, give evidence that the management system standard is being practiced throughout as recorded evidences. Extent of documented information may differ from organization to organization, and it is basically by means of the context of the organization. It is driven by the organization context and the necessity to which an organization has to maintain or retain documents to demonstrate its effectiveness of the management system standard in question. Also depends on the size of the organizations, and to an extent, yes, the activities, process, products and services also define how an organization maintains its management information system documentation. Sometimes it also depends on the competence of the people inside the organization. Suppose the workforce requires more of instructions in terms of the defined standard, then there will be more work instructions. In some organization, this may not be required. So these are the various factors that distinguish the documented information of the management system standard of even for the same standard and the same type of organization. Right. Hope you had a good time listening to the blog on the documented information, class 7.5 of ISO standards or the management system standards. Hope to see you with some similar video in the future. Till then, take care. Bye bye. It's Ark signing off. Bye.